Hello everybody and welcome. Nice to have you here. If you're like me, you have a passion for aviation and you love geography and history, but you don't just know how to put those things together, look no further. I'm here to help. I hope I can inspire you a little bit with some background information about some of the places on Earth, a little bit of an insight, or just a really cool or unbelievable story about something. Last time we were talking about a place called Badolid. This place is in the former Zaire, now today known as the DRC, the Democratic Republic of the Congo. The story was about President Mobutu, who was residing in Badolid and had huge mansions and a palace. That the place was even referred as the Versailles of the jungle. And he had to flee Zaire back then, was dying in exile in the very end, unfortunately. The story was really unbelievable. I couldn't believe it myself when I came across this, and that's why I thought I'm going to tell you about it. Today, we're going to go even a little bit further back in time, and to be precise, into this thing happened in the 1960s. 1960 to 1967 to be precise, when the CIA had satellite images about a thing between a boat and a plane in one of the harbors of the Caspian Sea. As you might already have figured out by yourself by now, we're talking about the Loon-class cranoplan, and this is the place where the CIA was discovering one of those Caspian Sea Monsters, as they call them. And we're gonna go now here in Google Earth, we are, to a place called Makhachkala, and this is in the southern Russian province of Dagestan. You can already see it here. This is Azerbaijan, Baku, and it is just north of the border, not very far away. Some of you might still remember this is the Caucasus, Grozny here, and well, our good old DCS map right there. It's not really far away. We can see the city of Makhachkala here. Very clearly visible as well from this point of view, the main airport with the longest runway down here, the airport of Makhachkala. And the place we're talking about is just north of the airport. It's very easy to find. You can take off here. I'm going to show you in FS2020 as well. Just fly north until you cross the coast, and that's the point of interest we're going to discover today. We're in Google Earth this time, and I'm gonna explain you now why I'm gonna show you this first. This is the harbor I'm talking about, and this is the floating platform that the cranoplan was on it. I think 1 or 2 years ago, the Russians, they tried to move the cranoplan from this very position to, they wanted to bring it to Dagestan, which is a couple miles south of where we are right now. And they wanted to bring the cranoplan to a location where they're building a museum. The cranoplan was washed off the platform and beached in front of the city of Dagestan, where it is until the very day today. I'm gonna show you where it is, not very far off. Dagestan is just a little to the south. This should be Dagestan. Let's see. There you go. And it should be somewhere here. The research I've done online, they didn't really tell where it is exactly. I suspect it's somewhere between just the outskirts of Dagestan, between here and here somewhere. It must be. It's not on Google Earth, you cannot find it, or at least I was unfortunate. And obviously not on Bing Maps either, but luckily Bing Maps is not updated as often as Google Earth and Google Maps. which still gives us the possibility of finding the acrenoplane, and luckily it's still here in that very same dock as we checked out just a second ago. So this is the place. We're gonna go into FS2020 now, take a look where it is, and we're gonna see the acrenoplane. Keep in mind though, in FS2020, since the water masks need to be put into the sim and programmed manually, the water mask here is, I would say, moderate. It's not really poor, but you can see the acrenoplane, but you cannot really see the very rest here. It just goes out like a couple feet or meters into the sea or into the ocean in general. So you're gonna see the acrenoplane, but don't expect a 3D model. It is not. It's just a 2D satellite picture, basically. But nevertheless, the only and the very last evidence of this Caspian Sea Monster visible in FS2020. Let's go and take a look at it. And here we are on SkyVector again. I'm just gonna quickly show you how to find the place. We're gonna zoom in here into the area of the Caspian Sea. Again, as I mentioned before, this is Baku here. If you want to start a little further away, this is a nice starting point, Azerbaijan, and you're just gonna fly all the way up north, or you make it very easy for yourself. You're gonna start here in Makhachkala, Uitash, and the airport identifier is Uniform Romeo Mike Lima. Basically, you're just gonna take off, departure end of the runway here, and magnetic north until you hit the coast, and that's exactly where it is. There is a second airfield up here, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know the identifier now, but you're gonna see on the map in FS2020, I think there is a second one somewhere up here. That's the place. VOR, very easy to find, just go straight up north. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna post all the links in the description as well, so if you're eager to read, it's quite a read. I'm gonna warn you, there is a lot of stories about the acrenoplane, and not only the Loon class acrenoplane, because also the earlier models, the prototypes, and all the other smaller versions they did. Really interesting, I can highly recommend. And let me know if you have some questions, guys. Any suggestions for next upcoming video, just let me know. Always having open ears for that, and I wish you a good one. Stay safe up there, and see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.